Mismong prosecution panel ang umamin sa Senate Impeachment Court na wala itong ebidensyang nagpapatunay na nagkontrata o kumuha ng assassin si Vice President Sara Duterte. Ayon sa defense team, lalo nitong pinatitibay ang kanilang paninindigang walang sapat na batayan ang naturang aligasyon. Si Jason Rubrico magbabalita.
Ipinaliwanag ng defense panel kung bakit naniniwala silang hindi napatunayan ng prosecution ang isa sa pinakamabibigat na alegasyon laban kay Vice President Sara Duterte.
An impeachable offense.
Iginiit ng kampo ni Vice President Sara Duterte na mismong prosecution panel ang umamin sa impeachment court na wala itong ebidensyang nagpapatunay na nagkontrata o kumuha ng assassin ang Vice Presidente. Lumabas ito matapos tanungin ni Senator Judge Risa Hontiveros ang prosecutor na si Attorney Amando Ligutan.
Counsel, none of these statements are proof that the Vice President actually contracted an assassin or hired one. Why are these acts impeachable?
Yes, we understand that these statements may not actually 100% prove that she in fact contracted an assassin to kill the President, Your Honor, please.
Ayon sa depensa, pinatutunayan ng naging sagot ng prosecution na wala itong iba pang sapat na ebidensyang magpapatunay sa aligasyong nagkontrata si VP Sara ng isang assassin.
The prosecution has no other competent evidence to prove that VP Sara contracted an assassin. Ang testimonya ni Kalilong, gaya ng iba pang ebidensya kuno ng prosecution, ay hindi sapat para patunayan ang paratang na ito.
Iginit din ng depensa na hindi kailanman sinabi ni VP Sara na nakipag-ugnayan siya sa isang assassin. Aniya, mali lamang ang naging interpretasyon sa kanyang mga pahayag na anilay tugon sa umano'y Operation Romanov o banta sa kanyang buhay at sa kanyang pamilya.
The truth of the matter is this. She and her family were threatened. And while her response was unconventional, it was justified. What triggered her response was a question about Operation Romanov, which is the plot to eliminate VP Sara and her entire family.
Dagdag pa ng depensa, maging ang records ng National Bureau of Investigation ay nagpapakitang nauna nang sinabi ni VP Sara na may banta umano sa kanyang buhay. Para sa kanila, ipinapakita nito na ang mga pahayag ni VP Sara noong November 23, 2024 ay bunga ng pangamba para sa seguridad ng kanyang pamilya at hindi patunay na kumuha siya ng assassin.
When VP Sara uttered those words, she was not responding as Sara Duterte, the Vice President, but Sara Duterte, the wife, mother, daughter, and sister, who only sought to protect her own and her family members' lives. Operation Romanov is in place, and the threat against their lives is real. VP Sara became the target of unauthorized intelligence and surveillance operations by government operatives that exposed her family to high-level risks and security threats, thereby causing intense trauma and uncontrollable fear. Her homes in Davao and Manila were profiled, and this is proven by classified casing reports. Her trusted security personnel were removed. Her schedule of official functions, like the one in Naga, was leaked by intelligence agents, and her security was heavily compromised.
Sa pagtatapos ng kanilang closing statement, iginiit ng depensa na ang mga alegasyong grave threats at inciting to sedition ay hindi mga impeachable offense sa ilalim ng konstitusyon. Iginit din nilang wala umanong nagawang betrayal of public trust si VP Sara.
She never incited sedition. She merely echoed the voice of ordinary Filipinos. Her message that day only reflected what was already in their hearts and minds. There was no betrayal of public trust. She actually upheld the people's trust as she spoke for and behalf of the people.